I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. On the sidelines, it's David Aldridge.
Oh, nice job there from Homer. His guys appreciate when they're open, he gets them the ball.
First team foul.
And one of the most respected players in the NBA is Drew Holiday.
Yeah, Kevin, he's a three-time Teammate of the Year award winner. He's also a Sportsmanship Award winner. He is a pro's pro.
It's Dort on the wing. To the paint. He's looking for Hartenstein and finds him. It's to Porzingis. This ball moved by Boston. Back to Tatum. It's up a three. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Watch out. Tatum's going to stretch the defense all over the place if he's knocking down threes from the corner.
Outside, Dort. Pass to Hartenstein. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
First team foul.
It's his first trip to the line.
Shooting for
Numbers
Oklahoma
this
City.
year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as he'd like. Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot? And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Check.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Here's White.
From Drew Holiday.
Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. White's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Man, Holiday puts a lot of pressure on the defense. Often it's with his scoring, but right there, making a play for someone else.
Here's White. Up and in on the layup. White's got 6 points.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Holmgren.
Well, we've all had those as coaches. That's a no, 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 yes type of shot.
Now here's White. Out to Porzingis.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
These Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts
Coming onto the
with
floor
the ball.
for the Thunder.
Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them. And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Yeah, that's the kind of aggressive defense you always want to see on the interior.
The three, Holmgren. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. Outside, Porzingis. Back to Tatum. Lock at 6. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Let's see which section can be the loudest for a free
So the
t-shirt.
Celtics call timeout. They're first.
Once again, fans.
Here we are sizing up GA. Jalen Williams, and his shooting has got to be his biggest strength.
Absolutely. He's great at spacing the floor for his teammates with his catch and shoot abilities, but he's equally gifted shooting off the dribble. Oh, how about using the rim to get some true hang time?
You know, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff. Back to Joe.
Wallace.
Can't tie it up as that one misses. .56 seconds left in the first quarter. Pass to Hauser. They get a hand on it. Outside Williams. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important. That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Shot's good by Williams.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside positions.
The sharp interior passing is so important. The best way to create high percentage buckets.
Personal foul. Second
The
team
Thunder
foul.
gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line.
The line for the
And you
Thunder.
really got to give them a ton of credit for what they've done at the free throw line this season. How about 82% as a unit?
To the middle. And he takes it down.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality.
Caruso.
And give credit to coach there for drawing that up. He positioned his guys for immediate success.
The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. Celtics lead 5-5.
20. The Thunder. 15.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Boston.
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
And the other thing I've been impressed with, guys, is their assertiveness at attacking the paint, trying to hunt for those high percentage looks.
Right now, I'd send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, Lou Dort makes his bones at the defensive end. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander says, I always try to test myself against him in practice because he's the best of the best. And Coach Mark Daigneault said, I look at him more like he's an artist. We can shift him anywhere. There's no one he can't guard. Kevin?
David, he is a beast. Wow. Thank you for the report. Count it. Good.
And they repeatedly pushed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Kristaps Porzingis.
Easton, the last few decades, we've seen the three become more and more necessary for offenses. Wondering if you think that's a good thing.
Well, it is, and teams not only understand the value of making a lot of three-point shots, but the threat of the three spreads out defenses and actually makes it easier for you to get shots at the rim. So the three is absolutely necessary to be a great offensive team in this league.
Quickly, is the arc too close? Should they maneuver it?
The skill level is really, really high. I like the suggestion of keeping the arc the same all the way around, which would eliminate the corner three.
Pass to Williams. Holiday with the defensive effort. Tipped away. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul.
2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Pass to Hartenstein. Over Porzingis. Porzingis with the block.
And just fast off the floor. to challenge shots. Porzingis, this helps him get a lot of blocks like that.
Plays like that make a coach's life easy. Love the work rate he shows on the glass to get the score.
Pass to Hartenstein. Porzingis with the steal. And here is Tatum. Over in the corner, White. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Now here's Williams. Took him no time at all on that one.
Assisted by...
Yeah, he makes it look
Isaiah
so easy out there.
Hartenstein.
The game comes naturally to him.
Wide open, fire. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday.
Well, you got to know the scouting report on Brown. He's solid cashing in from the mid-range.
Rebound, Boston.
Well, the defense was right where they needed to be to stop the layup. Great awareness and effort.
Here's Holiday. And Holiday throws it down.
And Holiday's nimbleness gets him to the hoop on that one. His athletic ability is off the charts.
On the wing, Brown. Three-pointer. It doesn't go for him. Thunder trailing by 9. Porzingis with the block. Stolen by George. Here's Hartenstein.
Celtics foul.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Second personal foul.
These are his third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
At the line for the Thunder.
He can't make the second free throw either. Missing both. Boston leading by 9. Here's Walsh. Caruso grabs the miss. And Caruso's got the ball here for the Thunder. Here's Hartenstein.
Out of bounds.
It's not going to go for him.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selections. You have to be set up for success.
Pass to Joe. And here is Williams. Guarded by Horford. 9 feet out. Williams can't get it to go. Pritchard gets the bucket. Pritchard's got the lead up to 11 now for Boston.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
Wiggins left side. There's the drive. Boston grabs the miss.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right.
And so we wrap up the first half. It's the Celtics
32
as they wrap up the second quarter on a 12-4 run. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. And Stan, as he enters his prime, Jason Tatum is shooting to become the face of the NBA.
Yeah, and Kevin, he knows winning is the key. For a star player on a great team, learning that balance, when to take over and when to set up your teammates is a big part of it.
Isaiah Hartenstein.
And Coach Derek White spent his first 4.5 seasons with the Spurs and Coach Greg Popovich, who did a lot to boost his confidence.
Yeah, Kevin, White was a late first-round pick. He's a humble guy, very hard-working. I don't even think he realized he could be this good.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla has talked about the two J's, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. He says they've been lumped together because they play a similar position, but they don't have to be similar. You've got to be able to express who they are and not constantly compare to each other. They're not the same.
Second team
Kevin?
foul.
Back, David, remember a couple years ago, there was some thought that maybe one would be traded. I'm glad they're still together.
And at 7'3", Porzingis could have been just another big, but he defies expectations. He's got such an impressive array of abilities. And this has been a comedy of errors. I mean, you can just add another one to the list.
And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
First personal foul.
That's his first foul.
Third team foul.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Porzingis can't hit.
Well, you couldn't ask for a better look. That's one he's got to knock down.
Oklahoma City moving it around. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside.
And this is what you like about his perimeter game. He never gave up and challenged the deep.
Yeah, and it's really hard to stay connected to shooters out there. And even harder to contest the shot without the foul.
Now it's Celtics.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. We see coaches stand willing to pay fines for complaining about the officiating. I'm having a hard time thinking if you ever did this. I'm going back in my Rolodex here. Did you? Did you ever do that, Coach?
I mean, Kevin, I paid hundreds of thousands of dollars of fines in the NBA. Yeah. My wife was not real happy about that. At one point, reminding me early on that we had 4 kids we were going to try to put through college. And she told me one year I just gave away 2 college educations.
Oh, goodness. Gilgeous-Alexander looking around. Hartenstein.
Thunder foul. Isaiah.
To halt the run. Can't get the layup.
Foul.
And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. The Celtics do their 7th free throw attempt here. On to White. Fires the 3. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. White's got 4 points in the quarter.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
6 to shoot. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
2 minutes remaining in the
All the
third.
energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Their body language does not look good right now. They're deflated and unable to stop this run.
Time call here. The Thunder decide to talk it over.
And your Celtics, you dance team.
And you watch Jason Tatum. He is a model of consistency across the board. The numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
And a new group in here for the Thunder. And another fast break chance here for the Celtics. Here we go.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
Well, clearly the defense has had no answer for them. Might be time to try something different.
Pass to Cornette. Here's Craig. Inside. And stolen by Wiggins. Here's Joe.
Isaiah
And the layup's
Joe.
good off the glass.
In the flick of a switch, going from defense to offense.
And the speed of that transition score. From defense to offense, able to take advantage before they can get set.
Assist from
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
Pass to Caruso. And good. Yeah, the English had time as it falls.
the assist.
Well, he got to his spot in the mid-range, and that's a shot he's going to make more often than not.
Yeah, another bucket in close. That's how he's earning his points today.
Kicks it out to Wiggins. His three-pointer's off the mark.
And this is what you like about his perimeter beat. He never gave up and challenged the defense.
Yeah, and it's really hard to stay connected to shooters out there. And even harder to contest the shot without foul.
Pass to Joe. And so it's Boston. Ahead by 26 points as we get ready for the break.
The Celtics.
They've been playing some ferocious
55.
defense. And
The
don't go.
Thunder. 29.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. To the wing on the left. This one for three. Here's Williams. Second chance shot. It's Joe on the wing. And the dunk by Tatum.
Tatum, good for at least one highlight finish a night. This guy is box office.
Fires away from outside. Flagler cannot hit. Ball's knocked loose. Back to Wiggins. Pass to Williams. The second chance effort. And it's Wiggins missing. It's been a nice stretch for them offensively.
I mean, the communication's great. The movement's been really good. This is solid team basketball.
Well, he can play the floor because he gets off the ground so well.
Third personal foul.
And as a coach, what were some of your favorite parts, Stan, of life on the road?
The line
Well,
for the
Kevin, we
Thunder.
get treated really well on the road in the NBA. I mean, you travel on great charters. People take care of your bags. We stay in great hotels. But my favorite part of being on the road was when we were on our way home. Easier to win at home, family at home. That was the favorite part.
How about the bonding experience that a lot of coaches talk about when you're out there kind of alone against the forces, just you and your team?
Well, I definitely think players bond on trips like that because they're not going in different directions. They team to spend time together. I don't think any of them ever wanted to spend time with me.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
Yeah, they've looked really in sync after the break. Getting the shots they want and converting them.
And that's not nearly the kind of defense that's going to prevent a player of his ability from scoring.
Here's Brown. Williams with the block. Down low. Floats one up. Porzingis with the block. And here's Brown outside. Over Williams. Brown, no good.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Here's Williams. It's hauled in by Brown.
2 minutes.
The three from Tatum.
2 minutes.
The offensive rebound. Tries again. Out to Porzingis. Back to Tatum. And he's good on the three ball. Tatum's got 11 points here in just the second half.
This is why Tatum is a volume three-point shooter, because he knows how accurate he can be.
Williams can't get it to go. Here are the Celtics with the ball. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Celtics.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of substance.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And a lot of players tonight helped contribute to this performance, but in particular, a real good game it was for Porzingis.
Well, he was all about the rim protection in this one. His defensive presence was felt from the get-go.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
Porzingis with the block. White, good.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become.
A big athletic finish by Brown, polishing off the lob pass with authority.
Wallace.
Showing
Assistant.
great vision and delivering the pass out in front.
And finish off by Brown.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
Yeah, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
The
And boy,
Thunder.
they really put
38.
in a supreme effort.
Thanks
It
for
just
coming out to
felt like
support your
once they
team.
had
Make sure to
that
get home
lead, it
safely,
was
and we'll
comfortable.
see you at
They
the
were
next
not
sporting
going
event.
to relinquish it.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks.